Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Hurricane. Welcome to Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 4. I am so excited to be saying that because one of my favorite franchises growing up as a kid is now on the latest generation of consoles. Ratchet and Clank is a game that I grew up playing, and it really got me both into single player focused games and then multiplayer in Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. I'd say this franchise, along with Madden, are the two franchises that really got me into gaming. And with the release of this Ratchet & Clank today, I was very excited to jump into it. It is kind of a remake of the original Ratchet & Clank game with many new elements. And even this first sequence you're seeing right now, this really isn't the first sequence in the original Ratchet & Clank game. There are some similarities, but then things get very different down the stretch. And the game mechanics are very different. The original never had the ability to increase your nanotech just by gaining XP, killing enemies, and you weren't able to upgrade your weapons without gold bolts after your first playthrough. There also wasn't this lock strafe camera angle. It was a very different game, and it's not something I would want to be remade. I've beat that game like 10 times, and I platinumed it a few years ago on the PlayStation 3 in the Ratchet & Clank collection. In this gameplay, I just wanted to give you guys a taste of what this game is all about. It's like 6 minutes of the first stretch of gameplay for Ratchet. I have no weapons yet at this point, and this is all right after the opening cutscene. Now, one thing I was wondering is, would you guys like to see a playthrough of this game? When I think about things I would like to do on this channel, I've talked about recently more sports content, more sports focused Let's Plays, because I really enjoy those. But I never wanted to phase out non-sports games completely, and this is a game that I think could be a lot of fun for me to play through. I love Ratchet & Clank. I've played almost all of them in the series. I did not go through Into the Nexus yet, and I never played Quest for Booty, but the other ones I have beat at least once. Many of them more than that, especially in the PS2 era. But if you guys would like to see a playthrough on Ratchet & Clank here on the PlayStation 4, I would definitely be interested, so leave your feedback down below in the comment section. Let me know if you want to see it, and leave a like if that is the case. Now, I know a lot of you probably didn't grow up playing Ratchet & Clank. Maybe it came out before you started really playing games, or it just wasn't something that caught your attention. But Ratchet & Clank is a third-person action platforming shooter. There are a lot of crazy weapons in the game, and there is a lot of platforming, secrets, and stuff hidden throughout the maps, and some just interesting gameplay sequences. And this is me getting my first weapon, which is really like the bomb glove in the original Ratchet & Clank. They've changed the name here to the fusion grenade, but it basically does the same thing, but it's a little bit easier to use with the aiming mechanics. In the original game, it was not fun to aim your weapons on there, and there wasn't any lock strafe, but as soon as I got this one, I hit lock strafe on, and we were good to go. There is, the default camera is like you can strafe when you want to, but I made it so it automatically strafes at all moments, because once they introduced that, there was no going back in this franchise, and going back to play the original Ratchet & Clank was really tough after so many years of Ratchet & Clank with lock strafe and easier shooting mechanics, as well as many other third-person games adopting the same way of playing. I know Ratchet and I think Jack kind of had the same, there wasn't a lock strafe focus, and even Uncharted now isn't a lock strafe third-person shooter, and that throws me off at times. And while there are many new elements in the game, I don't know a lot about them. I knew the game was coming out, I knew it would be a remake with some new elements, and that was enough for me. I didn't need to look more into the game, I wanted to just experience it when I play. So when I saw these Holo-cards, I'm like, wait a minute here. Is there like an ultimate team inside Ratchet & Clank? I'm not sure what exactly these do, but you get cards now, and they have some nice lore in there. And there are these collections and sets you can do, and I think you get some rewards for them, so it's kind of cool. And wow, Ratchet & Clank is like 14 years old now, that's crazy. But I'm really excited that they have kind of reimagined this game, and they've added many new elements from later games in the series, because I did not want just a straight Ratchet & Clank port. That would have been very boring to me. And I've played only a little bit of this game. I didn't want to get too far into here in case you guys did want to see a playthrough, but from the little bit I've played so far, I love this game. I have always been a big Ratchet & Clank fan, and I would love to see the series get new life with a new audience, because the generation that grew up playing this game is now like my age, and I'm in my 23. So I would love to see this game kind of have a renaissance and to maybe bring about a new chapter in the Ratchet & Clank universe. There is the movie coming out later this month. I hope that does well, and I hope this game does well, because if we can get some more Ratchet & Clank, and Ratchet & Clank is such a great game, and if you had the chance to go back and play any of the earlier games, or this one, I definitely recommend it. It's one of my most beloved franchises, and if you guys want to see a playthrough here of this Ratchet & Clank, and maybe even others at some point, I've thought about like playing through every Ratchet & Clank game, because I get these crazy ideas, and I just want to play this game, and if you guys want to experience it along with me, I would love to do that. So leave your feedback down below, and leave a like if you want to see more Ratchet & Clank here on this channel. That is it for this video. This was kind of the Galactic Ranger tryouts, and it was a fun way to get introduced to this game. So that is it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out Ratchet & Clank on the PlayStation 4, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.